I have to say that it's really good to be back again with a proper video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessica Jerkan. I'm an aspiring author, currently working on my debut novel, Boston's Vigilantes. I created my channel to share tips and tricks for writing, to document my self-publishing journey, and to join the online writing community. Last year, I think during March, I used Amazon CreateSpace to print a copy of my novel. And I feel like printing an actual copy and holding an actual copy of my novel really helped me in my writing journey. This is my physical copy. I know it has the title of The Vigilantes because I had no clue what it's going to be called. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, even though this was just a proof for me to edit. And I actually feel like printing out a novel is something everyone should do at one point during the writing process, but before it's professionally edited or before you have an actual cover design. It's just something, a cover, and this is the back, and with a small blurb. The cover is something you can do by yourself. It's not really hard to do. But I really want to talk about printing a actual copy. I mean, just one of the reasons, and I feel like this is reason number one why you should print a physical copy, is because it really helps motivate you. Holding a physical copy of your novel, of your baby, is something that cannot be put into words. I know that I was speechless when I first unboxed this. It's really something to put everything in perspective for you. I feel like let me just put this away because I'm getting too distracted with that. I feel like because I printed an actual copy, I knew that it wasn't the real deal, it kind of pushed me forward to think, okay, now I have to get this done properly, because I really want to hold the actual finished novel with a professional cover, because like I said, this is just a cover that I made with interior formatting, because this is just something that I formatted. It's crap. It's not real. I didn't really do a good job with formatting it, because like I said, it's just something for me to hold, and it's a really good way for you to track your progress and see how far you have come during the writing journey. For one, I think I printed this has to have March 2nd, 2017. And I wrote the first draft, I edited it a couple of times, and I printed it so I could, and this is going with reason number two why you should print out your copy, is because it's really good at editing. This isn't my editing novel. This is just a copy that my mom read, and I actually took it from her library, because I have no clue where I tossed my editing one. But one of the reasons I left such large margins here and even up here is so I could write notes. In my copy, this was all red ink inside. All you could see when you flipped through the pages was red ink or blue or whatever kind of ink I had next to me while I was reading my novel. It's a really nice new kind of perspective, because when you're editing at your keyboard, when you're editing your novel at your keyboard, it's really something your eyes get used to, but this is an actual copy. It has a different format. I actually suggest using a different font than the one you've actually written in. I didn't, so there were still kind of words that I missed when editing. I know that I typed the twice in here or there. It's a really nice new change of format. Another reason why you should print your novel, because it has been proven that making handwritten notes actually helps your brain work better. Well, not better, in a different way, because when you type, it's different than just writing. Another thing that I like about just using a physical copy to edit is the fact that I could really carry it anywhere. Because I know that I edited this novel in school during 1 month. And I know that it was a lot easier for me to edit this and make notes on this than, let's say, grabbing my laptop or doing it on my phone and doing it at school, because I can't take my laptop to school, and that was just hard. And sometimes I, for one, struggle with finding time to balance school life with writing life. So kind of merging the two is really something that helped me. For others, it may not be something that is helpful to them. Maybe you're the type of writer that needs to be at your desk, needs to be at their workspace and work on your novel. But for me, it's just was a lot easier. Another reason why you should print your novel is because you'll see how far you have come. So now, more than a year, I think a year and a half later, I could say that just by reading the first chapter, which I won't do because it's crap like all drafts in the beginning, and comparing it to my first chapter right now, I could see how much I have improved as an author, because Boston's Vigilantes is my first novel ever. It's my first writing project. I've never even written short stories that weren't for school before, and even those I would rarely write them. And it's kind of nice to see the progress I made in a year and a half. And not to mention that I kind of tried to format my current manuscript, and it's kind of double the size of the spine right now. So it's really nice to see, wow, I worked so much on that, and this is dull. I actually put 2 copies of these novels, my novel and my mom's novel, this one, and I could see, that's how long my book is gonna be. And it's really great, and I really want to compare my novel, my actual novel, at the end of everything with a new cover and proper formatting, because this isn't good formatting, to the actual finished product. And say, okay, this turned to this, and I'm sure there's going to be a great feeling. You may not need to actually print a paperback version of your novel. I'm sure that even just paper printed from your printer is gonna do the job, but it's just nice to actually have a cover on it and an actual blurb. I have an ISBN here because this is a free one. This is not going to be the one I use when I publish. If you guys want me to do a video on using CreateSpace to get yourself a proof copy, I think it even says on the, yeah, it even says on the back that it's just proof, a proof one. Let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like it's super great to actually have your novel, your baby, hold your baby. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, or if you have any questions on how to use CreateSpace, because it was kind of a lot of work for me in the beginning. And it really depends on where you are in the world. I live in Romania, so it took me like 20 days to actually get this. But if you're in the States, I'm sure that's gonna take like 2 or 3 days, depending on where you are. But I really recommend getting a physical one. I know that you can use Lulu or maybe even Ingram Spark to get copies, but I found that CreateSpace is a lot cheaper when I compared prices, even with shipping in Europe. But yeah, if you have any questions, or if you want me to make a video on how to get yourself a printed copy, just let me know in the comments down below. If you want to get in touch or just chat for a bit, you can go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jessica Shirkan. I always love meeting new authors and making new writer friends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I post new videos every Fridays, and I'm actually going to stick to the schedule this time. That is all that I have for this week. I hope you guys have a nice Friday and a fantastic weekend. Bye.